You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now, or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAC Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode. Well, oh, I'm blown out.
You are blowing out a little bit.
Blown out a little bit.
Well, you were speaking so quiet. So I didn't.
Well, everybody. It's
Look
episode.
what we have here.
It's episode 49 of the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Halfway to 100.
Halfway to 100 or 98, but it's the same thing. We were recording this on February 7th, 2022.
What?
The way I said that sounded like it was going to be like 2002.
2002.
2022. And we will be you will be hearing this on Friday, February 11th.
It's almost Valentine's Day, guys, and you know what that means. Grab your lover and bring her out and do things where the sun don't shine. You know what I mean? And then once you do it, then you can do this.
You get married.
You get married. What do you think about Valentine's Day, Gavin?
There's a couple times that I've done stuff on it, but the other time made me want to quit a job.
I think I did things on Valentine's Day. Yeah, a couple times. I've never wanted to quit a job because of Valentine's Day, though, I'll be honest. But I get where you're coming from.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell the story on that?
Let me think.
All right. So.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. So I was working at Firebirds.
United States.
I was working at Firebirds. I was working at Firebirds downtown.
Yeah.
Downtown?
No.
Oh,
yeah.
I was going to say, I was like,
And,
wait a minute.
at the streets.
On the street.
On the street. And I had never, we can divide we used to be able to, I would divide our dining room into a lot of like Valentine's Day, like just one-on-one tables,
Mm-hmm.
And because it's basically a place designed for parties of like 6 or more.
Why?
That's just how it is. I don't know. They just
a lot
have
of booths?
a lot of booths, a lot of tables that can like leaf out into like 9 chairs. So, or more, and you could combine multiple tables. Unfortunately, that would take up multiple tables. So,
but no one's having a gangbang.
Nobody was having a gangbang on Valentine's Day. Nope.
That's weird. That's usually what
That's what you would indulge yourself in.
That's what I get into.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We won't get into that.
Not about me.
Yeah. So I just remember it was so overwhelming because I'm pretty sure it was a school night that year, and I think it was junior year of high school, and I probably had something to do that week, and I was just stressed out about it.
So last year.
No, of high school.
Yeah, last year.
And we were only taking reservations, and I had to tell like probably 150 or more like couples that we can't take them.
Yeah.
You should have made a reservation.
And how many of those couples did this?
Like all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, all of them. And they're like, "Did you want to try this other place?" Like really loud. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
I guess we'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then you should have been like, I don't think they'll be accepting you either.
I don't care.
Yeah.
And that was whenever the parking lot was where like Narwhals is now. Like that was whenever the parking lot was like right there. It was a really shitty like poorly put together asphalt parking lot.
Yeah.
No reason for it to even have been there.
Well, it's the streets.
The street. And it could.
Nobody's needing that crack and cocaine.
And it was just really frustrating, and I knew that obviously people weren't going to tip a lot because you're not having a big party around, so it's just going to be like, oh, I can only afford this, I can only afford the food that I'm paying for.
I already had to buy my wife these flowers.
Right. Like, golly, guys, how much do you want me to like spend on Valentine's Day?
Well, and then you got to tip the doorman.
Yeah.
And,
well, that was
and
the other thing, is
priest.
that was the other ridiculous thing to me, is that my manager would always make me hold the door for people on like special occasions. I'm like, I'm not getting fucking paid to hold the goddamn door. It's a 4-star restaurant in St. Charles. I do not give a flying fuck.
If you saw people coming in, you
Yes.
run up to the door?
Yes. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. It was literally the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Even on like Christmas or something like that. I'm like, I am working and I'm missing out on family time right now.
If there's any employers out there listening, don't hire Gavin.
Don't hire me to hold the door. I literally was not employed to hold the door. I was employed to seat people. Sorry.
I agree. I'm with
It
you.
was, and I wasn't getting tipped or paid enough. I was getting paid a server's wage as a host and splitting tips. It was the most ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
And then I bought spoon tickets.
Nice.
That was senior year. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
got my job junior year. Senior year was whenever I quit.
Yeah.
I got my job in like May of junior year and quit in February of the next year.
I am so happy that I never had to work a job like that. But I also know that it builds character, and there's a lot of good things that come from it that I kind of feel like I already have to an extent.
You only
Like,
got
I
it because
know
your
how to-
friends, your friends.
Well, that's true. Like, my friends work that stuff, and like
No.
so do my parents, and so I think I got it from that because like I always know to treat lesser people.
That's the other frustrating thing. Is
People
that
like
there
that
was,
with respect.
yeah, there was just so many times where I was just treated like a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah,
like,
I don't get that. you
I
know?
have never understood that because, so the argument is that it's like, oh, well, somebody's got to be flipping the burgers. Somebody's got to be sitting me. It's like, well,
now
that
nobody
just,
is.
Exactly. And now they're like, well, why is nobody flipping the burgers?
Yeah, it's because you treat them like shit,
Yeah,
and they
'cause you
get paid
treat-
more
yeah.
for doing nothing.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
gotta
So-
agree with them.
Yeah. So like that was the frustrating thing, and it's just basically just to make people feel more confident in that. Oh, at least I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
And that was how so many people just treated me because I knew what I was doing.
yeah,
And obviously I think that job exacerbated my anxiety a ton.
sure.
It was terrible. I
Yeah.
I would never sign up to do that job again. And I had to wear like suit, like
kilt?
almost a suit and tie
Yeah,
every day to work to sit people down at
Okay,
a restaurant.
buddy, I shoot weddings. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't need to hear it.
but it was like 3 or 4 days a week
Yeah, that
as a
yeah.
high schooler.
Yeah, and you didn't have pants that fit you.
No, you're right. I didn't have black pants that reached my fucking ankles.
Oh, I know. I've seen them. Trust me.
Well, I do now.
Okay.
I bought them with my own money this time and actually got like
Good.
fitted for it.
You didn't buy spoon tickets.
No, I didn't buy boots tickets.
Bootsy tickets.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was going to say that I just don't understand why, I usually see people like our parents' age or older are
Those
always
damn Gen Xers.
Those damn Jexers. Those damn court Jexers.
Court gestures.
And those always seem to be the people I see in the restaurants or at a gas station or wherever that are treating there's nothing in there.
No, there's did you spill something in your fridge?
Yes, is it coffee creamer stuck to the bottom?
Yes,
of
it is. That
sounds
what's all
about
over my
right.
hands.
Sorry, probably want to wash your hands. That's been in there for a while. I was gonna say I don't understand because there's always people our parents' age that are treating those people like shit, and I don't really know. Get the Joker here. Got our own court Jexer. And I don't really know why those are the people. They're treating those people like shit because, like, I could see how people our age who are starting to work those jobs less and less and become independent and doing their own jobs, making their own work, mom, would be the ones doing that because they don't understand what it's like to work those jobs because they've done their own thing, like someone like myself. Whereas like people our parents' age or older were the ones working those hard-ass jobs, getting paid nothing forever and ever to finally get a big job where they, could do their own thing. Like, I don't understand why those are the people treating the minimum wage workers like shit. You know what I mean? He said, yeah. I don't get that, I don't understand it. So I was going to say that, and then I thought more. Did you hear what I said?
No, I have no idea what you said.
Okay. Well, I thought about that. I thought
I'm drinking water.
Get a glass of water. I thought about that whenever
I should have gotten a glass of water.
I mean,
go get a glass of water.
It's up to you.
Yeah,
And then
back. I gotta get this. I gotta chug this water bottle.
Yeah, man. And then I thought about that more, and I was like, I think those people, our parents' age or older, who did work minimum wage jobs when they were younger or however old and got paid shit and worked their asses off. I think those are the people that treat the DeLoreans that treat the minimum wage workers like shit because like now they're in a position where they're like, well, these people treat me like shit, so I'm gonna do the same thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. He said, yeah. So I think that's probably the reason why. So maybe I answered my own question, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. If anybody has a better answer than that, I don't, tell me why. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are people around my age, in their 20s. I mean, I've definitely seen people in their 20s or 30s treating people in that working position like shit. But I don't know. I don't get it. The only like job kind of like that I had to work was I worked at a fireworks stand for about like 2.5 weeks. And like pretty much everybody was nice to me. Like sometimes like the worst I would get is like somebody wouldn't, have a conversation with me. But, people were relatively nice to me. Nobody's nice to me. But yeah, man, I just don't.
Going out to eat.
I just don't get why people, when they are
going out to eat,
treat people like shit. I just don't get that. Like, again, like I was saying, I just had that one job. But, like, I know not to treat people like shit because I know the hell that they're going through, even though I didn't personally have that experience. You know what I mean?
People are just out here trying to make a living, fam.
Oh, God. We got a TikToker in here, I guess, huh?
With the sauce.
Gotta get the sauce.
These cords are all tangled
Yeah,
up.
I was supposed to untangle those, and that didn't happen.
That's okay.
I'll figure it out.
Maybe one day.
So, I don't know. That just rustled my jimmies when we started talking about Valentine's Day, and now we're here. Hope everybody has a great Valentine's Day and a great Super Bowl. I
won't be able to watch the Super Bowl.
Why is that? Are you working?
I'm working.
Oh, shit.
In the IV room.
I thought you had plans.
No, I did have plans. And then I realized I have work. Yeah, I know.
You can stream the Office Hours Super Bowl thing if you want to.
And what we're going to do is we're going to stream the stream of the Super Bowl. We're going to stream us watching the stream.
Once I finish this Dr. Pepper, I'm going to go put a stream into the toilet.
Oh, okay.
No,
Can you not make a mess? I know I get it's your apartment, but,
I got to go wash my hands now. I spilled a little bit. I'll be right back. You can talk. Preferably.
Oh, yeah, I can talk. So, yeah, I mean, that's not the first horror story I've shared about Firebirds at all. I know, I'm just saying, But, yeah, the Super Bowl, I don't know how the Bengals pulled that season out of their ass.
We already talked about that.
I'm just saying, I don't know how they did it. You said we were talking about the Super Bowl, fucker.
Talk about something else.
Talk about something else.
Okay. So
MLB's not testing players, hasn't tested any players for steroid use since December because of the lockout.
Oh, true. Is that still going on?
Yep, it's still going on.
Ouch.
It's going to delay spring training.
Yeah.
It should actually have.
Thanks out there. So you can watch the Office Hours live. I don't know if it's going to be a Patreon only thing though. I don't know that.
And to think, a couple years ago we were watching the stream.
We were watching it live on thin air.
Uh-huh.
I'll be there.
Virtually.
I don't know if I have to work it, but I will be watching it.
Oh.
So tune in if you want to on YouTube.
Are you going to be moderating it and not getting paid?
Well, I'll be getting... I mean, if I have to moderate, I'll be getting paid.
Oh, okay.
But if I'm just there for fun.
I'm surprised you don't have to
I
work
get
that.
paid.
No, I know you get paid. I'm just surprised you
I don't know if I
have
have
to
to
work
work it.
Oh.
I would have to ask. I have to
You're not
ask
allowed
off.
to.
Okay. No, I don't know. I might have to. If it's open to everybody, I will. But if it's not, then it was just a Patreon only thing. Then I'm sorry. So try to do the patron.
It probably will be because
don't think they said
NFL takes down like any stream
But
that
they
uses.
won't show it. It'll. Just
I know,
be them.
not just showing it, but even having like the audio of the stream.
I don't think that'll be on. I think they'll just. They might not even have it on at all. I don't know because it's literally. Yeah, I don't know.
If they have the audio, like it actually like messed up a lot of YouTube channels. I
Yeah,
remember.
I don't. They didn't do that last year, so I doubt it. But yeah, it should be fun. You know, I don't. Like I said, I don't know if you'll be able to tune in or not, but you should because it'll be fun. Speaking of, real quick, I had 2 edits come out on Office Hours, social medias, and one of them is on Tim's YouTube. You can go watch it, and they were a lot of fun. And maybe at this point, maybe we'll have another one out. You never know.
Carson's always sitting in front of the computer and doing nothing else besides
I just
editing.
don't do anything. I know. I don't even do anything.
No, he doesn't even do anything. He just sits in front of the computer.
So go watch them. Gavin said he really liked.
No, I did.
one of
I
them.
actually really did like your edit. It was much better than the first one. No, it was actually like, it was on. All your edits are like really good in my opinion because I
Thanks,
can't do
buddy.
it. Because I can't do it. If
Well-
I could do it, I bet I'd be able to critique it a little bit more.
Well,
And
maybe that's true.
but no, seriously, like there were so many just really that whole skit is just insane because it seriously just sounds like something Dennis Quaid would do.
Yeah. Well, and she Edie Modica, I hope I'm saying that right, is just she's so fucking funny. And like, obviously like, there's a lot that goes into making the edits, but like the edits wouldn't be anything of what they are if it wasn't for the people doing the thing. You know what I mean? Like that's what makes it funny in the first place. Like, and I don't ever want it to seem like I'm like, oh, my shit's really funny. It's like, no, it's like what this person's doing that like I'm
enhancing experience.
Yeah, exactly. I'm emphasizing or enhancing what they're doing. But yeah, those 2 were a lot of fun. One of them,
Neil Hamburger.
No, that's how he's portrayed.
Oh.
They did bring that up, which was funny.
Like
he'll never like talk about it, but so they were like, oh, and Neil Hamburger has some shows coming up, and then they kind of looked at him and like, and then Doug was like, Greg, this would be a great opportunity if you want to shout out your shows, and he's like, I don't know, they're coming up sometime soon. I don't know, they're not me, and it was just really funny that they were like, that Doug was like, yeah, you could shout out your shows if you want to, probably be a good opportunity for you to, and he just kept going, I don't know when they are, so it was funny.
You got some? You get any followers from this? This one?
No. I don't care. I don't need followers. It's not about the followers, dude.
Hell yeah.
It's about the money.
It's not about the followers or the fame. It's about the money.
It's about the money. No, so I did one. I don't know what the name of it is, but it has like Tim on a tombstone as the thumbnail, and then the other one is called Dennis Quaid's assistant fucked up, and it'll be a picture of like this very gaudy looking girl on the front, and then Dennis Quaid. And that's the most recent one, and that one's doing really well, and seems to have good feedback, which makes me really happy.
We brought up Ben Stiller a couple weeks ago. Ben Stiller liked that tweet. I'm just kidding. I have no
Damn
idea.
it, dude! You got me excited because I was wondering if he did.
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't look.
Mr. Tim Robinson liked it on Instagram.
That's one of our favorite friend of the show.
Friend of the show, Rim Tomlinson. Rim Jobinson.
Uh-huh. We his name's Jim Robinson.
Yeah, that's his real name. Nobody knows that.
Rim Jobinson.
Rim Jobinson.
Sorry, Tim
Sorry,
Robinson.
Rim. He'll never hear this.
He'll never hear this.
He'll never know. But yeah, that was just fun and cool. That it's always fun to see when people like that, like the stuff I dash.
And I reposted it, so some of my friends.
Oh
should have
yeah,
seen
thank
it
you by
anyway.
the way for doing that.
Some of my friends should have seen it.
I want to say thank you. I said.
Well, you're welcome.
Anyways, but yeah, maybe I'll by the point this. Well, probably not when this comes out, but shortly after, I'll probably do one for this coming episode. That hasn't happened yet, but maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm always on the move. Gavin,
What?
you sent me a lot of tweets.
I sure did. I had a lot of time this weekend.
Not enough time to remember to go out to fucking dinner with me.
I had a really fucked up sleep schedule this weekend.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that were really fucked up about this weekend.
Uh-huh.
Gavin was supposed to go out to dinner with me last night.
Yeah.
I bought flowers. I got a box of conklets.
Uh-huh.
And I give him a call. Doesn't answer. Give him another call. Doesn't answer. FaceTime him. Does answer. I say, hey, I'm all good. I'm like, 10 minutes away. You still want to go to Max?
You were not 10 minutes away.
Swear to God.
Okay.
10 to 15.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
I completely forgot all about that. And I had to put on a face and say, that's okay. That's fine.
You're like, I don't want to go either.
Didn't really want to go. Anyways, Gavin sent me a bunch of tweets yesterday. Had a lot of time yesterday. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I slept.
And
I actually did take a nap after you called.
that's what I thought you were doing when I called you, and I was like, this motherfucker better not be fucking asleep.
No, I'm always napping.
I would have been if I was fine with your excuse, but if you would have been asleep and not answered my call, I probably would have been a little.
I still would have.
I probably would have been a little upset.
I honestly would have already had Taco Bell and would have fallen asleep.
That's true. So you sent me a bunch of tweets from people tweeting their story things from this narrative device website, which is pretty much just an AI story generator where you put in two things and it'll
that
come
was the
up with
sound
a
of the
story
generator
from it.
working.
That was the generator. We just kicked it on. And you give it two things, like usually like a name or a thing, and then like another thing or like a verb or whatever it is. I don't know. I never remember those terms, but like an action, an action verb or whatever. Again, I don't know what nouns and verbs are. Can we just get that out in the open right here, right now? Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that? I don't know the difference between a noun, a verb, and an adjective. I don't know what any of those things mean. I've tried to understand it, but I never
Seriously?
I have no idea.
Noun is a person, place, or a thing.
Okay.
A verb is an
action.
An action, yeah.
Uh-huh.
An adjective is describing something. So it'd be
Okay.
like pretty.
If you ask me
ugly.
that tomorrow, I'm going to tell you I don't
Okay.
remember.
Now, something that I never got was prepositions.
Oh, God.
All that
I
shit.
don't even remember what that I don't even know.
No
idea what you're even talking
I had to
about.
bullshit my way through that entire thing. I have no idea how I did it.
I don't remember learning what nouns and verbs were, if I'm being honest. I don't know if I just forgot that year or what happened, but I'm
we learned
so
that
glad I
in
never
like
showed up.
elementary school, right?
That's when I was supposed to learn it, but I don't remember that. I don't remember
You
anything
must have
about
missed
it.
that one day that we taught it. Oh, they taught
And
it.
I'm so glad I somehow got to
so glad that
I'm so glad.
I
glad
missed those
that
days.
I never did.
I lived my life in complete ignorance.
I live my life like there's no tomorrow. So,
Who was that? Def Leppard?
Daddy Van Halen.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I got through high school without knowing what
I have no idea how you did either.
I got lucky.
Because whenever we had to write a lot of papers and stuff, how did you know where anything took place?
I don't know what a paper is. My mom wrote them all for me. So this narrative device AI thing will like you put in two things, whatever they are. Sorry, generator's back on. And it'll come up with the story for you. So what Gavin and I are going to do is we're going to each put in our own things and get a story and read them to each other. And we thought it'd be fun if the other person has to guess the two things we put in, because these stories are very funny. And I had a crying, laughing fit about a story about Joe Rogan and a horse about half an hour ago, and that was really funny. It seems like Gavin's got a pretty funny one.
I found one.
You shouldn't read. I think the other rule should be you can't read it before. You just have to put it in and then read it.
Yeah. Okay.
So I put this one in a while ago, but I haven't read any of it at all.
Okay.
I promise you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start first because I really want to read this one.
I
and then
read
I'll
really
let you go.
fast, so I just had to look at it.
So I'm gonna start this one.
Okay.
And usually it's pretty easy right off the bat to get what the first one,
Yeah.
the first word is, or first whatever. So here we go. Dikembe Mutombo was born in the Democratic Republic of Congo in 1967. In 1995, he was drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers and made his NBA debut that year. Is that true?
No, that's not true. He played.
I just read that and I was like, played in like the 80s, started in the early 80s, late 70s.
No, I started in the 90s.
Dikembe Mutombo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought he was like who am I thinking of? That started in the late
Kareem
70s.
Abdul-Jabbar.
That's probably, that's what I'm thinking of. Dikembe Mutombo was a dominant defender and helped lead the 76ers to the playoffs in each of his first 6 seasons. Is any of that true? Was he on the 76ers?
He was on the 76ers.
Okay.
He got traded from the Hawks in
Okay.
2001.
Yeah, because it says in 2001 he was named Defensive Player of the Year and was selected to the All-Defensive First Team. Now it's just like a Wikipedia article so far, so this will be interesting. Oh, no, I think it left it out. In 2003, he returned the trade to the Atlanta Hawks and won Defensive Player of the Year again in 2005. 2006, he was traded to the Denver Nuggets and retired in 2008. It did not include the second thing, which was the fall of Rome. It just didn't even include it at all.
It said there's so much I could say about the campaign.
Yeah, let me just give him a background of it. Well, that was a bust.
Yeah, this is mine.
Okay.
On a clear, cold morning in early October, a rocket soared into the sky, carrying a new challenger to space. The rocket was named John McCain in honor of the late senator and war hero, and its mission was to test a new engine that could take astronauts to Mars. That's it. That's all it says.
So let me guess. John McCain and the Challenger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going to see if it said anything about the Challenger explosion.
Yeah. Well, I think you would have to put in a more specific. Hold on. Shit. Fuck, I'm blanking on a name. Hold on. Shit.
Oh, no, I have a good one.
Ah, damn it, dude. I can't think of this person's name. I guess I can just go that way. That'd be funnier, actually. Hold on. Sorry, guys. We're thinking.
Gotta type it in.
Here it is. I gotta double check his name. So
This is going to be huge.
This is going to be huge. All right, let's see if this one works. I'm taking a big leap at this one. You can't read it before.
Sorry.
See, I like it when it pulls things from very specific things.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's just funny because of who is mentioned in it. So I'm just going to read it. I want to do another one after this one because this one's going to suck too. Clifford the Big Red Dog loves spending time with his owner, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, my God.
Jeffrey always treated Clifford. All right, this is pretty funny, actually. Jeffrey always treated Clifford like a king, and the Big Red Dog loved spending all of his time with his best friend. They would go on walks together and play fetch until Clifford was exhausted. Jeffrey was always so kind and gentle with Clifford, and the Big Red Dog loved him dearly.
All right.
That's it.
Mine says
What were the things? That
Jeffrey Dahmer and Clifford the Red Dog.
Yep.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Rig that dog.
LeBron James is one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
Amen.
He has won multiple championships and is widely considered one of the best players in history. He has also spoken out against abortion, saying that he believes it is murder.
God damn it, my head. Is that it?
Yep, that's it. That's all.
So let me guess. LeBron James and abortion. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
All right. Oh, damn.
I'm going to do one more.
I'm going to do 2 more because, I don't know. When Mike Tyson was a kid, he loved Magic School Bus. He would sit in the back and watch the magic happen. He was especially interested in the science experiments that Miss Frizzle conducted. One day, Miss Frizzle gave Mike a magic kit. He was so excited that he could finally do some of the experiments himself.
All right.
There's a little excerpt.
That's a fun little story. That's like a picture book. I could feel like there's a picture book. Here's mine.
Okay.
Gun control is a topic that is always debated and one that many people feel strongly about. Some people feel that guns are necessary for self-defense, while others believe that they should only be used in cases of necessity. One of the most popular weapons in the world is Pikachu, and many people believe that it should be banned because of its potential for harm.
Is that it?
Yeah.
So Pikachu is a weapon.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Oh, Jesus. That's pretty. So Pikachu and gun control.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit. Just had one, and every time I think it's gone.
I'm going to have one more.
Hold on.
Ah, fuck. I got a 500 internal server.
I got a 50559. Oh, here we go. Oh, I got one. How do you spell? Oh, never mind. Oh, damn it, dude. No, this is just going to be a thing again.
Oh, no.
Ah, damn it. It never does it right. I wanted the Roaring 20s, and it wouldn't work. Hold on. Let me... Oh, here we go. That's going to be a good one. Wait, let me just try this. Sorry, guys. We're trying to do funny things. No, this is just the same thing again. Hold on. I got one now. What is this, dude? It keeps giving me weird shit every time.
Can you try hitting generate again? The model generated something that another model classified as potentially biased towards certain social groups.
That's biased towards certain social groups?
I didn't even think that was...
I got one now.
I'm just putting in random countries to see what happens.
Okay, here we go. No, it's doing this shit again.
Yeah,
I'm like putting
it's
in,
only pulling in one thing.
Yeah, or like if I put in a certain name, it'll give me like, it'll literally just pull out just a thing from their whatever. Did you get one?
Osama bin Laden's death at the hands of the U.S. military forces was met with celebrations in many parts of the world, including Canada. Some residents of Toronto even held a rally in his honor, and many
Wait, for who? Osama bin Laden?
And many Canadians were proud to have played a role in finally bringing him to justice. I was trying to do like Obama and Sonic, and it just was pulling up stuff about Obama.
Wow.
I did ISIS and abortions, and it was just a paragraph on ISIS.
So that's what I'm saying. I kept trying to do Ted Bundy, and it's literally just pulling articles about Ted Bundy. I tried like Ted Bundy, Vietnam War, and it was just like the Bundy assassinations took place during the Vietnam War. And it's like, yeah. Dude.
As the Vietnam War raged on, few knew the full extent of the devastation the country was experiencing. The North Koreans, on the other hand, were well aware of the war's toll and saw it as an opportunity to build their military might.
What?
That's all it said.
Damn it, dude. I can't find any funny ones, and this is pissing me off. I cannot get any funny ones.
Oh, boy, this is going to be bad.
I'm just going to do this. Fuck. I can finally get one. Why, dude? I can't. This is making me so mad.
Oh, my God, this is going to be horrible. I already know this is going to be terrible.
feel like forever has passed by. Here we go. Joe Biden was licking his chops, looking forward to his next debate with Republican nominee Donald Trump. The two had been going back and forth in the media for months, and Biden was looking for any opportunity he could to get a jump on his opponent. One of the debates was scheduled to take place at a local diner. Okay.
What kind of debate?
Biden knew that Trump loved to eat. So he decided he was to take advantage of the situation. So he decided to take advantage of the situation and lick his opponent's face.
It seems pretty accurate.
Trump was caught off guard, and Biden was able to take the lead in the polls the following week. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That one was pretty good. Okay. Let's see if this will work. Oh, jeez, dude. We were getting so many funny ones before, and now we're throwing up.
Yeah.
duds.
Now it's really not working pretty. One more. This is gonna be the last one.
Same.
Come on, give me this one. Come on,
Please.
you suck.
Oh wait, let me try a different one. Okay, jeez, this is the worst episode to listen to. Frazier was running around the house like a madman. He had to get ready for his date with Niles. That's his brother.
Wait, it knows that?
Niles is his brother, but it said he had to get ready for his date with Niles. And Niles was always so punctual, so Frazier had to get on his best behavior. He tried to put on a brave face as he hurried through his morning routine, but it was hard to shake the feeling that something was wrong. He knew that Niles was probably upset with him for canceling their date last minute, but he just couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to the story. He was just about to give up and go see if Niles was in the kitchen when he heard a knock at the door. He raced to answer it, and he was surprised to find Niles there already. "I'm sorry I'm late," Niles said. "I had to get my car fixed." "It's okay," Frazier said. "I'm just glad you're here."
What the fuck? Did you put in date and
Put in. Oh no, go.
Frazier
Frazier's one of them. Yes.
and kitchen?
Running around the house.
Okay. Here's this one. Jackie Kennedy was known for her graceful style and her beautiful dress sense. On September 11, 2001, she was killed when the World Trade Center
I don't remember that one.
towers collapsed. She was just 39 years old.
I don't think that happened.
That happened. That's real life.
I don't think so. Gosh damn it, dude. This is making me so annoyed.
I'm going to have to shit my pants here.
I get it. I want to try one more and then I'm done. I swear to God. God bless it, dude.
It really
With
doesn't
his
want to work.
fucking errors.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Give it to me.
All right, I'm done. I can't. This is making me so mad. Okay, well that was fun while it lasted. One thing I wanted to talk about. Oh God. That we brought up last week that I wanted to give a conclusion for, and probably won't be the last time we talk about it, but maybe for a little while. Is the ongoing Joe Rogan Spotify debate. There are some new updates to talk about for
Law
a
and
lot of
Order
different
sound.
reasons. Rum-bum, bum-bum-bum-dum-dum.
Hey, Coca-Cola, drop dead, you assholes.
Bum-bum, bum-bum-bum-dum. Meow, meow.
I just took a pliers and I cut the prick off my
Here.
Mr. Potato Head. I just finished making pasta. We had a beautiful dinner.
So,
Can you hear it? Did you hear it?
yeah, I can hear it. Play it again. So there are new things to update about a lot of
I feel like this is like
copyright.
copyright free. Sounds
It's definitely copyrighted.
okay.
You slutty bitch.
Sorry.
We'd probably be fine. I mean, so
Is it okay if I go take a poop? It's crawling out my butt.
yeah, if you really got to go, get on out of here. Be quick though, okay? Squeeze it out fast. I'll give the update. I'm gonna cut it off. Get out. Just grab a knife from the kitchen, okay? Just put it back when you're done. Gonna carve it. All right. Well, while Gavin's gone, I'll give the update about all this. So, brief backstory in case you didn't hear the last episode, or in case you somehow don't know what's going on. Very brief backstory, because literally there's no way you wouldn't know what's going on, even if you just overheard somebody talking about it. But pretty much, obviously Joe Rogan has been making some very questionable statements about the vaccine and kind of all that and whatnot. And it's just had on very questionable guests for a while now. It's not just recent. But now kind of that is all coming to light with like very recent comments. And a lot of people have been very outspoken on it for a little while now. And the big like lighting of it, like kind of uprooting it and showing it, was Neil Young pulling all of his music from Spotify, because that's where Joe Rogan's podcast is held, and because he got a huge payment from them to post his podcast there exclusively. Sorry, I just have something in my throat. Let me take a drink. And then I almost said Joni Rogan. Joni Mitchell followed in Neil Young's footsteps, did the same thing, and then I'm sure many, many other artists have too. I know Crosby, Stills, David Crosby and Stephen Stills, and I feel like somebody else I'm missing in that group, but and then whoever Nash is. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, right? Isn't that it? And there's Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. I don't know who Nash is, though, if I'm being honest. So, but anyways, those guys all pulled their music in kind of solidarity with with Neil, Mr. Young, and that was kind of like that kind of made it more mainstream what's going on with it, and that's been going on for a little while now, and at that point when that all happened and it kind of became more public, was like Spotify kind of had like an internal freak out about it, and started putting up these like very vague kind of like statements on their website about don't post this kind of like, we don't allow for this kind of garbage or whatever, yada yada. And then actually, I know that when you would upload something to Spotify, there would also be a statement there that said like, does any of your content include like this, and that? And it's like, so they kind of like freaked out and got really scared and kind of not doubled down, but kind of tried to, I don't know, put out these warning statements and whatever. And Joe Rogan also put out, I think, like a couple different apologies about it and stuff that were all kind of, again, very vague and weird and kind of like very obviously written by somebody else, or I don't know, just weird stuff like that. And when that also happened, a couple days ago, Spotify pulled around, the numbers are all off, but it's somewhere between like 70 and like 120 episodes out of 1,700 episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience, for reasons that are being concluded or chopped up to be, was that the term I'm looking for? Chopped up to be? Chalked out? I don't know, whatever. They pretty much, people were assuming that those were episodes that included like racial slurs and like very obvious like racist remarks from Joe or from guests or whatever, whether it's saying the N-word or saying that black people are made different, just like horrible fucking just garbage trash shit. And that's kind of what people are assuming those episodes were. Maybe it was proven. I don't know. I don't know if, because obviously Spotify is not going to release a statement of why they pulled those episodes. They're just going to try and pull them as quietly as they can, which didn't work out at all. And I thought that was very interesting because that was just kind of like, it was almost like Spotify kind of like told on themselves in a way, because it's funny to me that that wasn't even what people were upset about. As far as I know, all the talk I saw was about vaccine misinformation and bringing on these weird far right people with these weird ideas and letting them come on and, giving them a platform to stand on and shit. And, that from my standpoint, from what I saw, it's like that was the main issue. And it's just like Spotify like telling on themselves by being, deleting all these episodes for other reasons. And I just find that funny that happened, but also, didn't know any of that shit was out there, and that just makes the situation even worse. Mr. Gavin has just now returned. And I was just saying that I think it's funny that Spotify kind of told on themselves for pulling all those episodes because of the racial remarks, but like really when the issue that people were upset about was like the vaccine misinformation and shit. And it's like Spotify pretty much just like outed Joe for that shit, which I don't give a fuck. I just find it really funny that they did that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And it just like adds to the pile of shit of Joe Rogan's kind of just garbage.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's almost like Spotify didn't listen to those episodes before they put them on there.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You guys offered him $100 million because obviously he's an influencer and he's an important person in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to at least maybe review some of the stuff that you put on there, like it doesn't have to be like a 3-hour long podcast.
Yeah.
Theoretically, it doesn't just have to be Joe. Like, since he has a contract, they could just cut down some of the stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't all have to be on there. And like we said last time, putting a link on his Spotify or, whenever he talks about vaccines, that's not going to draw people to like go click on that link.
Well, yeah, and I was just talking about those pop-ups and stuff, and I actually saw that when you upload something to Spotify, their podcast platform, it'll like show up with like a warning thing, almost being like, you have to click here that you won't be putting up anything that is, whatever. And I was just like, what is the point here?
Right.
It's just really funny and weird. And,
there was something else I wanted to say about it, but I forgot what it was.
Well, I can continue on and maybe if it pops up, just spew it out. So, I kind of left off at like, the point where we're at right now is just like, now there's just shit about him saying racial remarks and like, whether it be the N-word or just saying horrible racist shit.
Yeah. By the same token, there is another podcast I've seen. My roommate showed me actually, or didn't show me, but he was playing a video of like a compilation of this podcast called Young Turks. Have you ever heard of them?
Yeah, I've heard Young Turks.
Allegedly, they have a lot of N-word usage on there too.
Oh, really?
Like just
Hassan
unsolicited.
Piker was a part of the Young Turks for a little while, but I never found out
He
why.
said it too. There's like a compilation of him saying it, but
really,
it's
I
really
don't know
weird
what that
because
is
it's
all
like,
about.
why wouldn't you just say
N-word
instead of like the actual?
That would be
N-word?
like me saying like, yeah, and then Joe Rogan said,
yeah,
and then saying it instead of just being like, he said the N-word. It's like, what's, I mean, like there was a point in time where like,
it was edgy and funny.
Well, not even that, like, because like, sure, but still, it was still a horrible thing to say, and people knew that, whether or not that was whatever. That's neither here nor there, and that's not for us to decide. But, like, there was a time where I feel like, when that word was starting to finally be like looked at and frowned upon, that it was used in an educational way, where it's like, you would say the word educationally and that would be okay. But now we're at a point where it's like, we really should just kind of let's just get it out of our vocabulary altogether,
Right.
which I am all for, like, because I know people who are black that would want that. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you want? You want that out of here? Yeah, me, like, seriously, like, me too. Like,
I don't care.
I have no place to stand on where, like, I can be able to say, well, it's for educational, so I can say it. It's like, nah, they don't want me to say it. They don't want anybody to say it, so it's gone. Like, that's it. You know what I mean?
It's a derogatory term, and it's...
And if they don't like it educationally or not,
then
then that's that.
Pretty easy.
Like, that's not for us to decide.
Right.
So I think there was a time and a place where, it was used differently, and it was, looked at by quote unquote the masses as okay to use in a certain way as long as you weren't being hateful by saying it. But now it's kind of at the point where it's like too many of the wrong people are saying that they're using it educationally, but when in reality they're just
it got in the wrong hands.
Yeah. So
even to begin with, but
I don't even know where I was going with that, but just like, I don't know. It's just, but yeah. It's
funny.
It's just more on the Rogan platter.
Yeah, and you called it.
Yeah, so we'll get to that in a second. I have one more thing I wanted to say that I just remembered. And that was that, like, I think there was a lot of people who, like, around the time, well, especially around the time of Spotify buying Joe Rogan's podcasts, that, like, even before that happened, we're starting to kind of catch on the weird bullshit that Joe Rogan was letting people come on and preach about and giving the weirdos a platform to stand on.
I did remember what it was now, is that there was a video from, like, 2020, before the vaccine stuff, before new vaccines and whatnot.
Are you talking about the thing that Vic posted?
Where he's, like, talking about how good vaccines are and stuff?
Yeah, I'll play it right now because it's really funny because Vic posted it.
I didn't think Vic posted it. I just saw it scrolling. I didn't know who posted it.
You might. I don't know if you saw Vic's or not, but Vic's was just very funny.
You gotta listen to medical experts.
Oh, shit, I hate.
You gotta listen to the medical experts. I hope this wakes people up to the value of vaccines too. There's so many wackos out there that think that vaccines are, a scam or they're dangerous. But if you're like 21 years old and you say to me, should I get vaccinated? I go, no. Yeah. Are you healthy? If you're a healthy person and you're exercising all the time and you're young and you're eating well, I don't think you need to worry about this. There's a reason why the cases of polio are so tiny. There's a reason why smallpox went away.
So those are like two different things cut together. One of them was him in 2020 or whenever saying, like, I don't know why people are so against vaccines, like listen to medical experts and all that. And the other clip after that was him being like, if you're 20 and you ask me if I should get the vaccine, I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
And then Vic's kind of question was like, what happened? What changed? Why did you? And that's kind of like what ended up happening is like he had all these kind of like, whether they were left-leaning or, like, middle of the road, just kind of like, people who are for the greater good.
That was
a pre-Spotify stuff. And then kind of, like, around the Spotify switch, like, even like I was saying, a little bit before that was when the more questionable people started coming on, like whether it's a Tim Pool, Ben Shapiro, Gavin McGinnis.
He had no reason to not take a risk. He got the money.
Yeah, exactly.
He took the money and ran.
Exactly, and like he maybe saw that was kind of working, and then kind of went the route of like some of these other kooks, like a Tucker Carlson kind of thing, where it's like, or like even just like a Donald Trump thing, where it's like you kind of just see what's sticking with people,
right? Mm-hmm.
And you just kind of go where the money is,
and
even
that's what I was going to say.
Believing shit that you don't agree with, you know what I mean?
That's what I was going to say. In 2016, I remember. Whenever, because I was on the Bernie train, but I wasn't 18 yet, so it was just kind of like, I was pretty political in high school, and now I'm just kind of like political. Like politics are part of my identity now, so I know what to stay around and what's not to stay around. Mm-hmm. But I remember whenever like Bernie conceded and stuff like that, it was kind of like a defeat of like. Well, Bernie lost, so, maybe Hillary, but also, like, some of the stuff Trump said has not been that bad. You know what I mean?
Well,
then all of a sudden it became, he started talking about, like, building the wall. Like, I know building the wall was always kind of his thing, but, like, it just became more and more and more and more, and, like, further, one step at a time, just further right.
Well, that's what made him so polarizing. I mean, like,
because it seemed like he started out at the beginning of it was like, oh, I'd be okay with women getting abortions. I'd be okay with this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and like I remember in his acceptance speech in back the first. What am I saying?
He's
sorry. I thought he was our president. In my special world, he was.
Q.
Yeah, shout out to Q one time. No, but when he is like inauguration speech, can't say that word in 2022.
What'd you call me?
Nothing. I said you look great. In that speech, in his acceptance speech, was kind of like, I remember him mentioning something about like, gay rights and gay marriage and stuff like that, and it's like, never heard him mention anything like that because it's like it's not what stick with his audience.
Yeah, at all.
He saw what worked, and like what I was gonna get to is like, and I don't think this is probably something I really shouldn't be saying, but I'll say it anyways. I don't want to publicly say anything good about Donald Trump, but like the one thing that like worked well and was like a polarizing thing to see about him is just like whether it was a team or just him figuring out what works so well and like why he was just the way he can command a group of people is like just such a.
You could say the same thing about Hitler too.
No, really, exactly. Yeah. It's like I would never say
or
that.
Mussolini, or
and I'm just saying I'm not saying it's good because obviously
it's polarizing.
You could polarize people to go another way,
right?
Which would be good, but it's not what stuck. It wasn't what was so outspoken,
right?
And that's why.
In Trump's instance, not
Trump,
in
not Hitler, not anybody else. I'm specifically speaking about Donald Trump. And that's what was so polarizing about everything he did, and and it's just like crazy to see that.
Yeah.
And now we live in a world of wackadoos, and obviously it's not a good thing. So because that was crazy to see,
now people are going to do what Vic did, and now they're going to quote you on that, and they're going to see you spreading misinformation. They're going to
what misinformation
I
am
don't
I
know,
spreading?
I'm just saying, like 2-3 years.
I love Donald Trump.
Yeah. There you go. Click.
Someone's going to take that out of context.
Yeah. Context.
Yeah, so what I was wanting to get to with all that is like people started kind of noticing the weirdness, not the weirdness, but just kind of like the questioning Joe Rogan's politics or beliefs or whatever around the time before the Spotify transition happened. And then I think that kind of like smaller group of people, when the Spotify transition happened, because it was such a big, excuse me.
I saw it coming.
It was such a big, huge, dripping, wet, expensive buyout.
Wet dream.
That like brought him up to even more like of a relevancy,
right?
More than he already was,
right?
And then I think that brought people kind of more on the train. And then, when the Spotify thing happened, he had so much attention. And I think he just saw what was sticking, like I was saying. And then snowballed to where we are now, where he's like maybe coming to a realization of like, oh, shit, where have I stuck myself now where I'm like saying all this garbage, and maybe he might backtrack it. I don't know.
The Rock defended him and then rolled it back.
That was such a fucking weird
thing. And then John...
Wayne.
No. The guy who would be on late night, Jon
Stewart.
Yeah, Jon Stewart said that he agreed with what he was talking about. Like, don't, not agree, but just kind of like, don't censor comedians. And that was a whole nother debate of when was Joe Rogan ever considered a comedian? Just because he said the N-word doesn't mean he was funny.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother thing.
That was a huge Twitter debate that I saw on my Twitter.
Yeah.
Was like, when did we ever say anything about him being a comedian?
Well, that's what I kept.
Because he was never funny, and it was just kind of like he brought people on to just talk.
Yeah, but he was technically a comedian because he did stand up and stuff like that, and yada yada. I mean, he was technically always a comedian.
He was everywhere. I mean, seriously, everywhere before he was a podcast person. He was already doing a lot of shit.
Yeah, and he's technically a comedian. But yeah, I don't know. It does get in a weird position. But then it's like, well, what's funny about bringing on a white nationalist or whatever?
A race war.
I mean? Yeah, what's funny about a race war? Tell me one thing funny about that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's a whole other thing that I don't even feel like dipping my toes into at all. I'm just for the greater good of the people and the greater good of God, our Savior, Lord and Jesus.
Well, the founder of Spotify is Swedish, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any stance on racism.
Is he the sweetest person in the world?
He's probably white.
How sweet is he?
He started his country in Sweden.
So yeah, so I don't really know what to make of all this stuff. It's obviously all horrible, but where I wanted to get to with that is I also brought up how Tim Heidecker, my boss, talking about taking down the big boss.
Yeah, the big boy up in the sky.
The big guy upstairs
Uh-huh.
who stomps around while I'm trying to sleep.
No, that's just your
Bangs
neighbor.
on the walls
That's
at
just your
4
neighbor.
in the morning.
That's just your neighbor.
Oh, shit, you're right.
Did I tell you that somebody knocked on my door at like 4 in the morning?
No, let's get to that later.
Yeah.
Let's cut to that.
Going out to eat.
So I brought up last time about how he was thinking about actually he was considering pulling Office Hours, the podcast I work for.
Carson,
You
do
can
you
watch my
work
clips
for
now. Tom Heimisser.
Oh, okay.
Tom Hyman.
Mr. Heimecker.
There it is. Mr. Heimecker.
Yeah.
Mr. Heimecker, nice to meet you.
Very pleased.
About how they were considering pulling all their stuff from Spotify. And my kind of thoughts on it was like, I get it. It might help a little bit, but most likely kind of the same thought with them. It's like, it's kind of just it's a drop in the ocean, to them and to me and to everybody. Like they're, like I was saying, it's like they don't think that they're doing anything
The
important.
logistics behind it just really didn't,
Yeah. But they did decide to pull everything from it for a reason that I didn't even think about, but it is a good point, is that they were hosting, or we are hosting, Office Hours on a podcast company called Anchor,
Yeah, I've
which
heard
is
of it.
owned by Spotify.
Womp womp.
So technically, it was like they were almost working with Spotify in that sense. And this is all what Tim said publicly. And so that was kind of the reason for pulling Office Hours off Spotify. It's like, it's one thing to have it up on Spotify, but it's another thing to be literally like pay, like, because, Spotify takes a fee off of what they make on Spotify and stuff like that because they use Anchor and, pay for Anchor, whatever.
I didn't even think that it was owned by Spotify, but I guess it is.
I knew that, but I didn't even
didn't comprehend
the
it.
gears didn't click
No,
in my brain
not at
until
all.
Tim said that, and then I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
an even better point that I didn't think about." So, Office Hours is
Canceled.
Is canceled. We're
No, it's
canceling
not
them.
canceled.
I don't know if they're officially spooled. Well, they are officially pulled from Spotify. I think maybe the old episodes might stay up there. Maybe they'll probably delete everything once they get it all transferred over. But yeah, we're transferring everything to a new hosting platform that's probably owned by another shitty company.
Yeah.
But
Owned by...
it's a company called Acast. That's
Oh, okay,
all
no,
I
mind.
know.
I was going to say...
I don't know who Acast is owned
Me
by.
neither.
I could look that up, but I don't really care.
It's going to be owned by, like, Warner Media.
Swedish
or,
House Mafia.
Yeah.
So
Where do you think Joe Rogan was going to go?
So yeah, now let's get to that. Sorry, this is getting longer than I was expecting. So
Where did you expect? You called it last week.
Yeah,
And
so
you pulled the clip real quick.
I made a statement, an offhanded statement about what would happen if Joe Rogan does leave Spotify,
Jesus, dude.
and I would just like to play it here right now real quick so we can talk about it. Instead of you firing me, and then they're like, sure, here's a settlement. Let's back it up a little bit. We come to this agreement where, like, I say I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I say I'm leaving Spotify instead of you firing me, and then they're like, sure, here's a settlement, and fuck off. We won't talk about it. You don't talk about it, and you just go on Rumbler or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So I said that, and it was mostly a joke because I know Joe Rogan is on Rumbler because I'm very active on there. Just kidding. No, I'm not. I know he is on Rumble. I know he is on Rumbler though, and I kind of said it as a joke because like Joe Rumbler is like kind of like a YouTube, TikTok knockoff for right wingers, and it wouldn't really
allowed.
Yeah, it wouldn't really make sense to have a podcast on there. So I said it as a joke, and then I saw a tweet earlier that said, "Breaking well, it says Rumble here. Oh, maybe it's Rumble.
Yeah, maybe it is Rumble.
I don't know. Rumble offers Joe Rogan $100 million to join the platform, leave Spotify contract. So I would just like to say that I think I just called that. So, Joe, if you're listening, go ahead and send me over. I don't know, just like a measly, just send me a mill. Just send me a cool mill. And we'll call it even. You
Boom. That'll be it.
know. So I thought that was really funny that I made a joke and I ended up being right. So
Look at you.
sometimes you can just decide.
Carson's a prophet.
I'm the prophet Messiah. What?
You know who's calling me?
No way, really?
Yeah.
Let's answer. Wait, it can be quick. Let's make it quick because we do have to get going. We'll make it a very quick conversation. I just have to ask them about Euphoria.
Hello?
Gavin!
Hey, what's up, guys?
Did you actually save our number this time?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God!
Hey guys, I'm also here.
Yeah, Carson's here too.
I'm here, guys.
So, Gavin, how's your night going?
It's going pretty good. I had an exam.
Hey guys, Carson's here.
You had an exam?
Yeah, I had an exam today. And
How'd that go?
I think it went pretty good. I think it went okay.
Good. What was it about? We might know.
Pharmaceutics.
Yeah, we know all about that. I go to the pharmacy sometimes.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey guys, what did you think about last night's episode of Euphoria?
It was good.
I thought you said you guys hated it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that there can't be good episodes.
We're trying to be nice to work on the show, right?
What's that?
We're trying to...
Yeah, we're turning a new leaf.
Oh, that's good. I turned a new leaf earlier.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what...
I turned a leaf over.
What?
Well, how's your guys' Monday evening been?
Wait, is Carson drunk?
Are you guys drunk? You don't sound like it.
No.
Mm.
You guys
No.
are sober on
that
a Monday?
was rude. What if we talked like this? What if we had a speech impediment?
Well, I would probably laugh at
April?
you. I'm just kidding. Speech impediments aren't funny.
Oh my God.
Anyways, Gavin,
Anyways,
you need new friends.
yeah.
Our Monday is going good. What about
We
yours?
went grocery shopping and we got...
You got what? Hello?
We got alcohol. I'm sorry. We've been having... I shouldn't have said that, but we've just been having a rough day, so we wanted to kind of kick it off with a nice
off with some-
cocktail
What
to kick off
was
the
so
week.
rough about today?
Drink it off.
Ugh,
Drink the day
I
away.
lost the keys to my apartment.
And I had to go rescue her after work. Literally standing outside with Nancy.
Oh, is that
You remember Nancy?
Yeah, I remember you telling me
You
about
remember
Nancy.
Nancy?
That
we told
one other
you.
girl always sounds like she's
What?
laughing.
What do you remember about her?
She's a old wench.
Oh shit.
She's a bitch.
Okay.
Jesus.
An old bitch.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Kiss your father with that mouth?
yeah. Come on. Come on. We don't fucking cuss around here. Do you guys like keep muting yourselves? I feel like you guys are muting yourselves.
Hey, do you guys like
We're not
me?
muting ourselves. We're just quiet because we're sipping our drinks, and they're very good.
Do you
Would you-
guys like me?
We're not having nasty nut rolls.
I got some in the fridge.
Yeah, he still has more.
I
He
haven't
has
got-
also
That's
got
so
moonshine
What's your
in the
drink
fridge.
of choice?
Huh?
What's your drink of choice? What's your drink of choice?
Crown Royal and Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
Do you guys wanna,
You drink?
do you guys want to know mine?
No.
Nut roll.
You guys want to know what mine is?
No.
All right. That's okay. That's all right. That's okay, guys. Thanks.
What's your guys' drink of choice?
Straight absolute with a water chaser.
Jesus Christ. That
I
sounds
like
terrible.
amaretto sour.
Okay,
What?
She likes an
Amaretto
amaretto
sour.
sour.
That almond liqueur?
It's really good. It's really good.
It is really
It's
good.
enticing.
Yeah,
It's icing?
it's
I
enticing.
agree.
Oh, enticing. Do you guys want to know? You guys want to know what I have to drink?
What?
Do you guys want to know my drink of choice is?
No, but you're gonna tell us anyway, so just say it.
I'm not gonna tell it if you don't want to know.
Okay, now I want to know.
Are you sure you want to know?
Just
Don't
say it
make us
before.
beg for it. Come on now.
Are you sure?
So, Gavin, how's the rest of your week looking?
I thought you wanted to know.
Did you do anything fun on your snow day?
I slept a lot. What about you?
I was stuck in the apartment. They didn't plow until like Friday.
Yeah, I didn't get out until
I haven't plowed
Saturday.
in years.
I had to dig my car out of the snow because the apartment, the shadow kept casting over it.
I had to dig my apartment out.
Yeah,
You dug your car out. You must be strong.
yeah.
Do you guys want to know what I drink?
Sure.
Are you sure?
Carson, are you single?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Gavin, are you single?
Yes.
Gavin and I are considering dating each other.
No, we're not. We are not doing that.
That's a lie.
That's
I'm
a lie.
sorry, Gavin.
You don't deserve that type of treatment.
Why are you sorry?
Yeah, you don't deserve that abuse.
What's that supposed to mean?
Carson, you have a dark aura around you.
No, I
don't
don't.
hurt
Your
Your
Gavin.
vibes are all off.
I'm a great guy.
Grown even stronger.
I'm a great guy. I'm strong.
If you have to say you're a great guy, you're not.
I'm a great guy.
You have a speech
I'm a
impediment?
strong American male.
I only like weak men.
Well,
That's-
noodle boys, if you will.
That sucks. Who said
For you.
Who's
Are you okay?
Do you guys want to know what I drink?
We've already answered that question like 5 times.
We're
I
not
can't-
playing games.
I don't know if you actually want to know or not.
Because you're going to say nut roll.
I'm not gonna say nut roll. Cross my heart and hope to God. Swear to God.
Okay, don't believe in that. So what is it?
Probably whiskey and Coke,
You made us wait for that.
or a Modelo.
You sound like a cowboy.
Yeah,
A
kinda.
Madeo.
Modelo.
Have you ever seen those movies about Medea?
It's
Madeo.
pronounced Madeo.
Have you ever seen those Madeo movies with Tyler Perry's House of Pains?
So, what?
Tyler Perry's House of Horror.
Yeah. So, what has made your guys' week so
Speak
painful?
into the microphone. Speak into the
Oh,
I
microphone.
sorry,
lost my keys.
All right.
I
Well,
I
what
was
else do you have
driving
going this week
somewhere,
that's gonna make
I
it bad?
almost
What?
What else is gonna make it? What else this week is gonna make it bad?
Well, we don't know. We can't see into the future.
talking to Carson.
You guys are gonna talk to me?
No, I said that's what would make my week bad.
Oh shit! All right.
That's why we call Gavin.
No, that's all right. No, it's okay. You guys
But
want
other than that, our week is going.
Yeah, besides the fact that we couldn't even get the key. Like, we went to one of those key like duplicator things in the Walmart, and like it wouldn't even work for us.
Oh, yeah.
And we had gone to the leasing office to try and get the like key to like get a new key, and they wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't even do it for us. So like, what are we supposed to do now?
I don't know.
So what did you end up doing?
We haven't figured that out yet. We
We
only have
surrendered to the
Well, how'd you
circumstance.
get-
Where'd you
We're
lose them?
How'd you get into the
staring
apartment? How'd you get into the apartment then?
By her
I have a key.
Oh.
I
I thought you
lost
said you
my
lost
key.
your key.
No,
I did.
Yeah, Abby did.
Oh Jesus Christ!
What, do you think we're the same person?
Kinda.
We
What
have
does
our
that
own
mean?
personalities.
I'm a great guy.
Listen,
Is that? I'm not gonna go there.
listen. I'm sorry about Carson, but sorry.
It's okay.
I really just apologize for that, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. I have a busy week ahead of me, so I got to get back to studying.
Call me anytime.
All right, bye.
Hey, it was nice talking to you. Good luck.
Hey guys, thanks for being on our podcast.
Bye.
Thanks for being on our podcast.
Preface, I have no idea who those girls are. Still
Still,
have no idea.
that
who
was like a couple months ago at this point when they
Yeah.
first called.
they are. Yeah.
I hope they call every Monday. I wanted to say that, but who gives a shit? They probably will.
So I wanted to share the story just real quick
Yeah. Okay.
about how someone knocked on my door at 4 a.m.
Yes.
So me and Dylan were already up pretty late because we were just playing video games, shooting the breeze on this weekend, and
Watching movies, not rewinding.
yeah, because you can on HBO.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. That's always been like a joke, is that HBO you're not allowed to rewind or just go back to another episode or whatever. I don't know.
I've never heard that joke, and I don't think it's funny.
All right. Well, anyway, so
Are you a comedian?
we
Just
were
like Joe Rogan.
I got off around like 3:30 in the morning. Got off of Xbox.
Jeez, my brain went everywhere there.
Got off of Xbox.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, we were playing Xbox. We were playing video games, shooting the breeze.
Yeah.
And I got off, and I was just watching videos in my bed, and yeah. Yeah.
All right.
No, not those videos. I was watching Minecraft videos, I'm pretty sure. So all of a sudden it's around like 3:50, and I hear, or it's like the hardest knock on the door.
So wait,
like somebody slamming on the door.
Was it like hold on. Can never find
Oh
it when
my
I need
God.
it, and it's there when I don't need it. Oh, you're.
Yeah, but much like harder. Like it was
Okay.
like someone's trying to get in. So about like 2 minutes passed, and I'm like, let me go check and see if Dylan was awake for that. And Dylan was awake, and he was on the phone with the police because someone was obviously trying to get into our apartment. So to make a long story short, it was just a random person that got into our apartment because our apartment door got frozen open. I sent you that
Yeah.
video. Well, before it was frozen, it also like just kind of like the lock area was frozen, so you could just kind of swing open the door. So this random person was just walking around trying to get into other people's apartments. So
Oh, Jesus.
Dylan like looked out the people and heard like somebody knocking on doors, and then like she wiggled the handle really lightly, and then he like looked again, and then she ran down to the other ran down the hallway, came back, and then knocked on our door really hard, and I guess left.
Wow, Jesus.
And
so
so
did
they-
the police come?
Nope, they didn't come, and
Why not?
I don't know, they just didn't. But they Ashley and Dylan went to the front office and told them about it, and they were like, we didn't hear anybody else complain about it because obviously they were asleep. It was 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So
That's weird.
yeah,
I would have been scared.
yeah, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
So I didn't go to sleep till like 6 a.m. that day. And that's another reason why
When was that, over the weekend?
That was Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that would have been fucking
Yeah,
scary.
it was nuts because our door, like I said, was just frozen shut
Yeah.
recently. So really weird.
Maybe it was,
Not sure what happened, but
maybe it was a ghost.
definitely not a ghost. And that wasn't the first time the homeless person's been like around.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure somebody got in my car.
Pretty dicey neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Why
really
do you think
dicey.
somebody got in your car?
One time, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I came back to my car. I hadn't gotten to my car since I got back from auditions for the musical. And I got back in my car Thursday, not this past Thursday, but a couple Thursdays ago.
Mhm.
And the front console's open, or like the console is straight up. And I'm like, don't remember leaving that up,
Yeah.
because I would have remembered leaving it up.
Was
And all the
anything
change
missing?
is gone out of the front. So I was like, okay, not a big deal. It's
But
change.
that was it.
That was it, yeah. Because I didn't have anything else in there. So
Yeah.
Luckily.
Interesting.
so that
Yeah.
was, and it's honestly okay if they just wanted to sit in there for warmth, but it's a car.
Yeah.
It's not going to get much warmer
Well,
than
yeah,
that.
I mean, that happened to somebody I know who had their car in the city, like went out and their door was wide open and there was a homeless person inside of their van and they literally like ripped them out of the car. And like, yeah, it was not a good situation from what I was told. But yeah, it's just funny because I think back to over the summer when you were moving into your apartment and all the other boys and I went out to dinner and then went and took pictures down in St. Louis, and we went out to dinner out here and somebody left the van door open and I had my camera, all my lenses in it, and was left open for the hour-long duration that we were getting dinner. Came back out, noticed it was open, nothing was missing. And it was like somewhat visible that my camera bag was there. I don't even know how that
Good
managed
Samaritan
to
would
slide
have closed
by.
it if they saw it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it
I've
was
always
also
thought about that
really
because
late
yeah,
when you
I've
guys got
had-
back.
I've had experiences like that where I've seen someone's car door open, and I don't think I've ever closed a car door. The one time somebody at the streets of St. Charles at the AMC, I found somebody's keys sitting right next to their car on the ground, and I think we either put them inside the car or just like left them. I think I like hung them on the door handle. So that was the closest I've ever done to doing anything about a situation like that. But yeah, it was just crazy that nobody took anything. I was like, okay, and then I just let it go. So anyways, what do you listen to, Gavin, huh?
Well, Carson.
For my migraine explodes my head.
Yeah. I am listening to... Sorry, I got to pull it up.
You're fine. You want me to go?
No, I have it. Ah! No! The album...
I'm dead in Ohio.
I am listening to Steely Dan's 1972 hit album, Can't Buy a Thrill.
Nice.
It is a very good album.
That's the one with the...
I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Oh, whoa. It's a really good album. Just really
What's
good.
the cover look like? Can you show me?
Shard.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
And really well produced, and just insane that this came out in 1972 because they have Reelin' in the Years. Yeah, and Do It Again is another like. And you're That's another good song that's on there. There's like 3 singles on here. Fire in a Hole is another one that was recommended by Spotify to me, and I am just shocked that all of these songs are on the same album, and like all of their albums are like 9 or 10 songs.
Oh.
And it'll be like 40 minutes long, and it's shocking to me. And really good album. Really can't stop recommending it, and can't stop listening to it because it's just really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to play it.
Have you listened to anything else I've played?
Yeah.
Anyway, what are you listening to this week?
So I haven't been listening to a ton of tunes recently.
No tunes.
No tunes. Not for any specific reason. So I kind of like panicked last second and came up with something.
Olivia Rodrigo, Deja Vu.
Deja Cat. There's a song that A$AP Rocky and another guy came out with. I think it's called Doja Cat or something, and A$AP Rocky just says the C word a lot in it, and it's really kind of funny. I'm recommending a song.
Pusha P.
Pusha T.
Push and P.
Is a song by a band that I don't know anything about, so don't ask me. It's a band. It's a band called End. They're like a kind of metalcore-ish band. Not like super into their stuff, but this one song just stuck out to me. It's off their 2020 album called Splinters from an Ever-Changing Face, and I'm just recommending the song Pariah. It's just a really good, heavy, dark song.
It's the only explicit one on this album.
Yeah, truth. There's a song
That's
called...
weird, Carson. That's really weird.
I like curse words.
Fuck you.
I like curse words. Butthole. All right, let's get out of here, dude. My brain's gonna die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too.
Like, because my head hurts, and you have to study.
I gotta study.
I gotta call those girls back.
Yeah, you do.
See if they want to know what I like to drink.
Yeah. You told them.
I did. I just didn't feel like they care.
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't want to just tell somebody something if they don't care.
Right.
That's a boring joke. Give me something here. Give me an outro. Get us
Well,
out
everybody, thanks for listening to the It Takes All Kinds podcast episode 49. We're almost there to 50 and almost there to 52. We got 3 more weeks, and it's going to be a year.
Yeah, and Gavin and I were just kind of briefly talking about how might do something kind of... Well, obviously, we want to do something fun for the 1 year that we'll maybe plan a little bit better.
Carson is a idea factory right now, and I am not, so...
I'm a factory for a lot of things, but yeah, I have a... just an idea for one little... Well, little change to our podcast, but yeah, we'll do something.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll do something fun for the 1 year for sure. Though,
yeah,
when that
and
comes around.
It's okay if they're, and it's okay.
You know, it's okay.
Goodbye, bye.